Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to Duty's Daggers. Today I want to take a look at, show my fixed blade collection. It wasn't that long ago that I only had like 2 fixed blades, and in the last like 6 months or so I kind of been getting more into them. And I have a pretty decent amount now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 10, which is a lot for me. Maybe not for some of you guys that are really into fixed blades, but yeah, let's check them out. First, subscribe to the channel. Look down there, make sure that you are, please. And like the video while you're done there. So the fixed blade I've had the longest was this one. This is my Mora. I got the carbon steeled one. I dipped it in some ferric chloride for some rust resistance. A Mora knife is pretty cool to have. They have Scandi grinds. They're very cheap, but very good. This is a really sharp knife. I have mine kind of set up for fire making. I have a ferro rod here, and I filed the spine to a 90 so that I could strike the ferro rod off of it. So I don't use it that much, but it's just kind of a, I don't know, survival-y kind of thing if I need it. Really, really comfortable handle. It's a good work knife. It's not a full tang. I think the tang comes down to like right here, so it's not the most durable. I probably wouldn't baton with this, but yeah, very simple. Plastic sheath. This I kind of like this. This kind of you can hook onto a button on your jacket. It's got a drain hole at the bottom. Just really cheap and pretty good. So everyone probably has heard of a Mora knife. Let's see what's next. We're not going to go in any particular order. But I've had this one a while too. There's my Bradford Guardian 3. Now this one used to be a drop point, but I ground it into a sheep's foot. Sheep's foot is just better for me, especially this kind of sheep's foot where it has a little belly. This is a perfect blade shape for me. Also, for some reason when I first got this knife, the blade to handle ratio looked kind of weird to me, and the reason for that is, you know, there's a choke up. It's not really a choke up spot. It's just part of the handle, or it's part of where you put your hand. You're never going to hold it like this ever. And the scale doesn't come all the way up to the plunge grind. It's kind of farther back, so it just made the blade look long in comparison to the handle. Now it looks more in proportion that I took away some of that length. But this is a great knife. It's kind of a little more of a hard use fixed blade. You know, it's a little thicker behind the edge, a little thicker blade stock. I really like the stonewash on this. It's beautiful. These are G10 scales with some nice grippy texture on them. Good grippy jimping here. N690, which I'm not typically a fan of, but for some reason on this knife they did good with it, I guess, because the edge seems to stay sharp pretty long time. I like Bradford. I like this sheath a lot too. It's a cross carry sheath. I usually stick it up right to the left of my belt buckle in the front of my pants. So I just hook with my pinky here, bam, you're ready to rock. It's a really easy, quick way to take out the knife. Not like a Kydex where you kind of have to brace with your thumb to pluck it out, sort of. This is just bam, so easy and so nice. Also, you know, I just like the way patina looks on leather. Most of my knives are in Kydex sheaths actually, but I do really like a leather sheath too. Let's check this one out. This is a Vosteed. I think it's called the Mink, I believe. I haven't really carried this one much. They sent this to me to check out, and I haven't carried it that much. I don't love the blade shape. It almost is like doing like an upswept tip, almost Persian looking thing. I think that tip is coming up a little bit. Let me see. Maybe not. If it is, it's very slight. Maybe I should mod that to more of like a sheep's foot deal. I could probably do that. But aside from that, you know, if you like the blade shape, then there's no problem. It's nice and thin behind the edge. Blade steel is Nitro V, which, it's fine. It's a, you know, very affordable knife. You got some frag pattern milled into the micarta here, lanyard hole. Kind of a light stonewash over everything. I do like how they have the jimping here and then more up here. That's kind of a nice touch. sort of a plasticky sheath with this big old clip. I don't like this very much either. Kind of too bulky, but it works fine. You can always pop that off and put a different one on, like an ulti clip or whatever if you wanted to. So yeah, don't carry this one that much. Don't love it, but I have it. Let's talk about this one next. Jack Wolf, the Fix EDC. Now this one, I thought I would carry more, and I carried it a pretty good amount of times when I first got it, but lately it hasn't really been making it in the pocket. Now the reason for that is I have some other fixed blades that I like more. That's really the reason. This is a very small fixed blade, and it's really for light use, you know. There's just, you know, you don't get a really nice grip on it for really pushing through material. You know, it's enough blade length to really do a lot of stuff, but it's very thin and small, not really heavy duty at all. And if I'm carrying a fixed blade, I kind of want it to be a little more substantial. Now this is really good for, you know, maybe on the weekend, you're not working, you know, you just want something easy, but you want to carry a fixed blade instead of a folder. This could be pretty good. There are some things I really like about it though. You know, I really like the blade shape. I love this swedge, how it comes around this hump right here. You know, it's the hollow grind is really nice, full length, tall hollow grind. I like the notched sharpening choil. I like the coffin-shaped handle. I like how he does the lanyard post that's kind of inside there. That looks really cool. S90V too, which is great. And I like the sheath. You know, it's a pocket sheath. Carries down in your pocket. Yeah, it's really easy to carry, and it's a nice sheath too. Pretty expensive. I think a little overpriced. This is actually a seconds. One of these scales has like some little bit of voids in it, some not quite smooth. So I got a seconds price on it, which is better. But still, I think it's a little expensive for what it is. There's other fixed blades I like here that are a lot more that are made in the U.S. Particularly this next one we're going to look at, which is the Axial Gear Shift. This is USA made and pretty significantly cheaper than this one. This one is not USA made. I'll put all the links for these down below so you guys can go take a look at how much they are and get all the details. So I don't have the prices right in front of me right now. But this is an American-made fixed blade that's significantly cheaper than this overseas-made fixed blade. You get more knife, you know. You get an ulti clip. So it's better in my opinion. Now, if you just love the look of this knife and you really want a small fixed blade, this could be perfect for you. For me, I just don't carry it that much, man, if I'm being honest. In fact, I could probably see myself selling this at some point. But we'll see. You know, I might end up carrying it more. We'll see. So let's get to this one now that we have it out. This is, I think, my favorite that I'm going to show today. I absolutely love this knife. It is fantastic. Made by Axial Gear in the US of A. The American flag right there, baby. Blade steel is MagnaCut, and they have different blade shapes. They have this one, clip point, and a Tanto. Was there one more? I can't remember. There's a few blade shapes. You can go look at them down below. There's a link. Also have a discount code. It's Duties Daggers 05. That'll be down below too if you want to buy one of these. It's just amazing, man. Titanium scales. They have scale options. You can get micarta or some inlaid ones. I just like this monochromatic look. It comes with this bead too. It's just such a good looking package. Look at this thing, man. I freaking love it, dude. Sheep's foot blade, really thin blade stock. Look at this, man. This thing is a performer. This thing cuts so well. It slices so well. You know, a little bit of belly to work with if you want it. Super good utility cutter. It's just, I love it, man. Sharpening choil is on the small side, but it's perfectly done. You got separation between the plunge grind and the edge termination. Perfectly done. I like this kind of geared spine back here. It's really cool. This hole here is actually to, if you have one of the scales with an inlay, there's something you can do with this to pop the inlay out. But with these scales, I don't need that. I don't need that option. Since it does have the titanium scales, it's a little on the heavier side. It's not that heavy. Let's see what it is. 3.7 ounces compared to the Bradford here, 3.4. So it's not that much heavier, but you know, it's a little heavier. The sheath is fantastic. It comes with an ulti clip. Really nice click. You can move this up and down so that this sits deeper in your pocket. Right now, you know, I got about that much handle sticking out. It's just perfect, man. You know, you clip this on the pocket seam, clamp it down. There's no possible way it's coming out of your pocket once that's clamped down. Pull it out, do your work, slide it back in. I freaking love this thing, man. It's fantastic. It really is. So I highly, highly recommend this one. I'll leave some of these out here. Let's go like this. And like this. Actually, I'll do this. What's next? Asher Little Buddy. This is my latest fixed blade purchase, and this was a second sale. So I got this for only $65. Check this baby out. I thought it looked good when I first saw them, and they were still a good price, like $115, $120, I think. But when I saw they had seconds for $65, I was like, oh yeah, for sure. I definitely need that. It's S90V. Really kind of do everything blade shape. Lovely, lovely drop point. S90V blade steel, I think I already said that. Nice big sharpening choil. Look at that, man. Wide edge bevel, too. This thing is a great cutter. I'm going to do a cut test with it coming up soon, probably this week. The G10 scales are really nice. You got a track milled all the way around the edge, and then you have this nice horizontal grippy pattern. It's really nice and grippy. It feels excellent, man. It really does. Landed hole spot right there. Some relatively grippy jimping. It's just great, man. It's kind of a do-everything knife. Now the one downside, you know, this comes equipped for pocket carry, sort of like, you know, these other sheaths. But this clip is not the best. It goes in your pocket easy, but when you go to pull this knife out, this comes out, the sheath comes out as well. Like, it doesn't stay in your pocket. If you look at something like this, it has a gate. See that piece that's going kind of this way, right there? That's to keep it from coming back off of your belt or back out of your pocket. This doesn't have that, so when you pull the knife, the sheath comes with it. So you have to stick your thumb down in your pocket and push off like that. Not the worst of things, but and you can probably always replace this with an ulti clip if you wanted to also. Aside from that, I like the sheath. It's got a nice click. No rattly, very nicely retained in there. Yeah, Asher Little Buddy. I also love how their logo is sort of not super dark. It's kind of like faded a little bit, so it just looks really nice. It's not so apparent. I really like this knife. Let's check out this one. This was my attempt at making a pocket sheath. I don't like the shape of this at all, but it does work. It is a pocket sheath, so more coming. I also like how I forget what this is called, the little strip of leather that's in between the two, but I made it green instead of the yellow. It kind of looks cool. But anyways, this is a knife that I bought at Blade Show. It's from a small maker, KS Knives. And it was a good price, I think just over $100, and I wanted to support a smaller maker I hadn't heard of. So I picked this up. It's just regular 440 stainless steel. I really like the handle though, kind of like a burled wood with like a darker wood up here and then some kind of lighter thing in between those. I really like the blade shape. It's a nice deep hollow grind. It's just a cool looking knife, man. It really is. It didn't come with a sheath. Oh wait, did it? I think it might have, but it was just like a regular like belt leather sheath, and I didn't love that. So yeah, KS Knives. I think they have a website if you want to go check them out. It needs a sharpening choil. I'll probably cut that in at some point. You can see it's kind of looking messy down there. But yeah, just wanted to support a local maker. It's a great size. It's just a little bigger than the Jack Wolf. So yeah, Next up, the boot knife. This is from Cold Steel. I wanted a boot knife. Since I ride a motorcycle now, it just seemed fitting to have a boot knife. And it's pretty cool, man. This is a pretty cheap knife. I think like 65 bucks. And it is not a user. It is self-defense knife all the way. It's a dagger. Very, very pokey. Not super sharp on the edges. I mean, it's sharp. Not like, you know, hair-popping sharp, but it's decent. Very pokey, though. Now, this is a drop-forged knife, meaning it's all one piece. And it was pretty heavy, so I ended up cutting out the inside of this handle, making it much lighter and nicer to have actually in your boot. It looks messy right now. I haven't cleaned it up yet. I was going to just drill holes so it would look nicer, but my bits were not going through this stuff. So I had to get a little cutoff wheel on the Dremel and just go at it. But yeah, this is cool, man. It's kind of cool having a boot knife. You just it comes with this ulti clip too. So basically, you put this inside your boot, and you put the neck of your boot, whatever you want to call it, right up in here, and you clamp that shut, and it's in your boot. And if you want to use it, you reach down, pull it out. Pretty sweet, concealed knife, and it's cool having a dagger. I mean, daggers always just look cool, right? Yeah, not sure how durable it is. Like if you could throw this, and I don't know, drop forging. I'm not too familiar with. I know that it's like a mold, I think. But that's about all I know. So, yeah. Pretty cool boot knife. And lastly... Oh, wait, no, not lastly. I have two more. This is the knife that I made. 1095 blade steel. You can see it's got a nice patina. Some natural micarta scales. Brass hardware. This is one of the nicer... one of the knives I've made that I really liked the most. And it's not perfect by any means, but I like it a lot. It's sharp. I love the patina. And usually if I carry this, I just use my my Guardian sheath because it works perfectly in here. Haven't made it its own sheath yet. It's really comfortable, pretty small, right about the Guardian size. Kind of a sheep's foot blade. And yeah, I keep it around just because... I made it. It's one of the first knives I made, and I think it's not too bad. Not too shabby for not really knowing what I'm doing. And finally, Spyderco Mule team, baby. This is one of the bigger knives on the table here, and this thing is seriously badass. So this is some butterscotch micarta scales with a kind of a rock texture. I bought these from Hazy Design Studios on Etsy. I also bought this sheath from them as well. It's kind of a snakeskin kind of deal, kydex with an ulti clip. It's great. Hazy Design Studios on Etsy. This one is in K294, and this steel is unbelievable. It's seriously insane. The level of sharpness this gets and keeps. I have not even stropped this thing in months. I've taken on multiple camping trips, backpacking trips. I use it in the kitchen a lot. It is unbelievably sharp still. Just insanity, man. This is probably one of the best performers of all my knives, period. Folding knives and fixed blades. Just the blade shape is perfect. You know, the blade stock is thin. The blade steel is insane. This is one of the best performers I own. It is really comfortable handle. Kind of like that. This nice swell right here. You got a lanyard hole if you want it. Man, it's just incredible. The Spyderco Mule team is such a great pattern, and they do vary a little bit with the patterns. This K294 is unbelievable, man. You know, it's in the same family as K390, I think, but it's even higher edge retention. And yeah, the patina is looking real nice. Love this sheath. Yeah, this is a winner. So there you go. There's all my fixed blades. Maybe more to come. Again, my favorite is this one. This thing's amazing. I carry this one the most. This one's kind of my camping knife, backpacking knife. And then the others I kind of mix in there. wait, this one's not on the table. I don't know if I have room for this one. I'll put it down here. That's it. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Which one's your favorite? Let me know what your favorite fixed blade is. You know, I kind of want to get some other recommendations, you know. I don't know too much about the fixed blade world, but I always like learning more. So let me know. That's it. Like the video before you leave, please. I'll see you soon.